now in discussions with some pretty heavyweight people in Hollywood, and we're really excited about the potential. I'll give you an example. We have Mr. Keith Dorrington right here. Please stand. He's a producer on the film The Fighter with Mark Wahlberg. Theaters later this year, and they're already, I think the Boston Globe is saying that it's a potential Oscar winner. So we're really excited for him. And we're just meeting, it's really exciting. Now a lot of people also ask the follow-up question, which is, are you going to do more stories on Taiwan? The answer is maybe. The answer is our company is not looking just to, like I said, our goal is to make universal stories, is to make stories that have a political or social consciousness to them. And so that doesn't necessarily just have to take place in Taiwan, obviously. We're looking at stories in Brazil, in Italy, in New York, and stories that basically touch universal themes. Yes?
I have two questions. First, have you ever wished that this film is produced and released before 2008? That's the time of the DPP regime, not the KMT regime. That's the first question. And the second question is that in the internet news, I saw that this film will be shown in Taiwan in May, but now you say you're not sure. So I guess Taiwanese people will fight very hard to see this movie in Taiwan, I'm very sure.
Yeah.
And the third comment is, you must know there's a Long Time Chinese writer recently, last year, end of last year, published a book called 1949. It is mainly for the story of Chinese people, how they suffer and what kind of tragedy that they had to leave their family, their belongings, and run all the way from China to Taiwan. So when I read the book, I just kind of wonder, how about Taiwanese people? How about our family and after the Chiang Kai-shek came to Taiwan? So after I heard what you said, I think the movie will speak much louder than the book. But the problem is that that book sold so well and accepted so well because it's obviously mind your government like the book. And obviously, my president will not like this movie, okay, because the campus spy exactly is their story. And I knew it firsthand because when we were graduate students, we knew who was the campus spy. And you really feel that it's year beyond the wall. That's how you feel. Because in your campus housing, they see who came to visit you. They knew. Even this professor, Chen Wen-Chen, he was murdered on July 2nd. They found his body. But there's an inside story, I don't know whether you know it. It's from his wife. On the July 1st, Professor Chen did come home, the first talk, and the second day he went again and didn't come back. The first night when he went, they asked him, so-and-so went to your house the day, who is that woman? And that happened to be that woman is also our friend. It's how scary it is. So I think I hope from your movie people will feel that, because you couldn't believe the government can do things like that to your people. And so I wish you success like a Long Passport, but I think we may fight hard to see the movie in Taiwan, but hopefully after 2012, there's a big hope.
I'm going to have to remember your questions if I lose track. Okay, so the first question was, do we wish that the film could have been seen in 2008? I really don't think so. I'm actually really happy it's coming out right now, because I really believe that the timing for this is perfect. I think that, regardless of who's in power, but particularly because of who's in power, I I think that this is the perfect movie for this time. Once again, I understand, particularly from our Taiwanese mothers and fathers, that they have a very specific point of view. They're primarily speaking to a Taiwanese audience. But I was very clear when I made this movie, both to my investors and to my viewers, that this is not for a Taiwanese audience. This is for an American or worldwide audience. And so I actually think now is even better because of the issues that Taiwan is dealing with and because of the issues that America is dealing with China and what this relationship means. Every article I read yesterday on the arms sales of Taiwan said this is the most sensitive issue in U.S.-China relations. Is what is the situation in Taiwan? There is no more. It's more sensitive than Tibet. It's more sensitive than human rights. It's more sensitive than anything you typically read in the press. Taiwan is critical, a critical aspect of the U.S.-China relationship. And so it's important that people do understand what's going on. I'm sorry, I don't remember the second question.
Is this going to be successful like
oh yes, it's like the book. To be honest with you, I had not heard of that book, but that's because I'm American. And so, and once again, in terms of getting it seen in Taiwan, we're working on that situation. I think that, keep in mind that the government will have to approve. I think if the Government Information Office, the GIO, which is a government agency, has to approve all films that are distributed in Taiwan. However, and we kind of planned it this way, we are releasing here in the United States first, and possibly in the rest of the world. And I only think that that's going to build the expectation in Taiwan for this movie to be seen. And if the movie's not seen in Taiwan because of government censorship, then you know what kind of government we're dealing with. It's very clear. That's a very clear sign of a non-democracy. Okay? So, in fact, the U.S. Supreme Court just talked about that with regards to campaign finance reform, about what is free speech. Okay? I mean, so that's even here in this country is really a critical issue. So I always said, let the world see this movie. Let the world see it first. And trust me, the pressure in Taiwan will be massive. It already is. Because we already have tens and thousands of hits on our website. If there are no other questions, one more. This was actually the very first scene we shot. So the very first day of shooting. We shot this in Chicago at Northwestern campus. The people you'll see, so basically what's going on is it's a funeral / protest for this professor who passed away. And the people you see who are marching, a number of them were actually the ones who were the actual protesters when this happened in the 1970s and 80s. So, this is a scene with James Van Der Beek, John Hurd. So James Van Der Beek plays FBI agent Jake Kelly. John Hurd plays his partner Tom Braxton, and Leslie Hope plays the local Chicago detective who's helping them be the local liaison. Could we have the next scene, lights, please?
With the bags. Old-fashioned statement?
Political statement. Maybe they just don't want to be identified.
Yeah, maybe they're the killers. I mean, it's not like you can tell these people apart anyway without the bags.